The night aspect of Dying Light 2 is a crucial part of what makes the game so special, bringing along new ways to experience the already terrifying night. But I'm sure you already know that, and of course we see the return of it in Dying Light 2, with that being the main topic of today. During the day, the PC gaming show Techland did an interview with PC Gamer to give us more of a deep dive into the world of Dying Light 2 once the night occurs. We've seen many of the new mutations and infected will eventually come across, seeing how they appear out of the darkness as a horde spreading out among the empty streets. All of the locations these infected creep out of are explorable, with some containing valuable loot. But a few infected roam the darkness still, probably a lot more dangerous than others. In the PC Gamer article, the creative director of Techland goes deeper into how these areas work, with stating, and I quote, "The metro system is usually very populated with infected during the day, but at night you can go there and explore more easily. You might find military containers down there, so the day-night system isn't just a gimmick, it's a part of the world. If a quest involves you going through an underground tunnel waiting for the night, will make your life much easier." And the creative director continues on with, "Exploring at night is made even more complicated by the fact that you have this biomarker measuring your level of infection. Everyone in the world is infected. The more time you spend in darkness, the more the infection bar rises up. So you're not only managing time, but you're managing your infection level. But you can give yourself more time with food items or injections." We've already seen how the infection bar works way back in the 2019 gameplay demo, but now we know how there's ways to slow down the time, with one option being food items. Surely there will be lots of wildlife that will roam the world, so I wonder if we can hunt down these animals and take their meat to somebody like in Resident Evil Village, or just cook for ourselves like in Breath of the Wild. Or it might just end up being something we buy off the vendor, like injections. I assume these injections can allow for an increase in speed and stamina or a buff in strength, the usual stuff we've seen, so I won't go too deep into that. The creative director also has more to say, stating, "The night is the common enemy for everyone in Dying Light 2. During the day, everyone has their own agenda. You might hate one of the factions, but when night falls, everyone has one enemy, the infected." And goes on to say, "When the night comes, the world changes completely. Humans rule the city during the day, but the streets are overrun with infected at night. The floor is lava, basically. You should stay on the rooftops. If you jump to the ground level, it's going to be painful. You'll be pursued and encounter screamers." The article gives us a great synopsis for these new infected, which we've seen periodically in the new gameplay trailer, with it saying, "Screamers, if you haven't had the pleasure, are a childlike form of the infected returning from the original game. Their screams disorient you and alert other enemies to your location. You can imagine how terrifying being spotted by one of these will be at night, when the streets are crawling with the infected and you're at your most vulnerable," which is a scenario we've already seen in action. These infected are going to make it real difficult to be able to stealth our way throughout, but I do think it helps add a nice twist to the night. But let me know what you think. That's going to be all for today though, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned, as we still have lots more to talk about, so be sure to stop by next time.